Greetings everyone, dear movie buffs. Today I prepared for you a review of hot new movies of 2024, which you can already watch. The list is really impressive, here and detectives, and comedies, and even mysticism. And in order not to lose this video, add it to your bookmarks and share it with your friends, let them choose what to watch too. And if you like the video, I will be glad if you subscribe and put a like. Today I will talk about the remake of the French series, HPI, which is released in America under the name, High Potential. This comedy detective will tell about Morgan, a single mom with a high IQ and phenomenal memory. She works as a janitor at the Los Angeles Police Department, and her unusual talent for solving crimes, combined with an unconventional approach to any task, helps her solve a crime she believes was taken up incorrectly. One day, while on the night shift, Morgan finds an error in a murder case, and despite her lack of experience, decides to report it to the police. Her powers of observation and ability to see details that have eluded the professionals lead to an unexpected offer to become a consultant for the department. But she has a hard road ahead of her. She does not always find common ground with her colleagues, and her lack of discipline and excessive directness sometimes lead to funny but difficult situations. The main role is played by Caitlin Olsen, known for the comedy show, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, which gives the heroine additional charisma and brightness. As a result, the series combines elements of comedy and crime drama, making it attractive to fans of atypical investigations with humor. My Lady Jane. The series, My Lady Jane, is an alternative and satirical version of the story of Lady Jane Grey, known as the Queen of the 9 Days. The action is set in a fictional England where a section of society, the Ethians, have the ability to transform into animals, leading to strong prejudice and division between ordinary people, the Verites, and the Ethians. In the series, Jane, played by Emily Bader, not only comes to terms with political intrigue and an unexpected coronation, but also learns about the supernatural characteristics of her new surroundings and her own family. The story is filled with humor, romance, and fantasy elements, and the main focus is on Jane's independence, her unexpected relationship with her husband Guilford Dudley, and her attempts to maintain power despite the intrigues of the royal court. This multi-layered tale of an alternate England, filled with colorful characters and sharp dialogue, promises exciting adventures and plenty of surprises for historical fantasy fans. Bad Monkey. Bad Monkey on Apple TV Plus tells the story of Andrew Yancey, a Miami detective whose career in the police force was derailed after a scandal. He now works as a health inspector but misses real investigations. His life takes an unexpected turn when a tourist finds a severed hand with his middle finger jammed in the ocean. Yancey sees this as a chance to restore his reputation and begins investigating, even though his superiors would prefer to keep the case quiet so as not to draw tourist attention to Florida crimes. Yancey guesses that the hand found is not just an accident, but part of a darker story. Outlawed and without police support, he enlists the help of forensic scientist Rosa, which leads them to a criminal couple, a widow and her suspicious partner, with dark secrets of their own. Their investigation takes them to the Bahamas, where Yancey encounters dangerous allies and mysterious individuals, including a shaman and her Capuchin, giving the investigation an even stranger twist. The plot combines elements of black humor and crime drama, making the series a vivid and unexpected journey into the world of a detective whose methods are far from standard, and whose desire to discover the truth sometimes leads him into new trouble. Matlock. In the new series, Matlock, on CBS, viewers will see a fresh take on the cult classic story. The main character, Maddie Matlock, a brilliant but aging attorney, will be played by Kathy Bates. Unlike her prototype, Maddie decides to return to practice at a large law firm not only because of the need for work, but also with a secret mission. Her family still has questions about her daughter's tragic death linked to a dangerous chain of pharmaceutical malpractice. Under the guise of a routine internship, Maddie begins her own investigation, taking advantage of the fact that her age allows her to remain invisible among her colleagues. In the course of her work, Matlock encounters a young, ambitious lawyer named Olympia, who does not like Maddie's presence at all. This unexpected duo is forced to deal with complex cases that require not only legal skill, but also an unconventional approach. The firm becomes a battlefield for Maddie, where each case hides its own secrets and motives, and her knowledge and skills help to find a way out of even the most confusing situations. Unlike the original, the series has more layers and unexpected twists revealed at the end of each episode, which adds to the project's poignancy and drama. Styx. In the new Belgian series, Styx, which plunges us into the dark world of crime and the supernatural. The plot is based on the story of Raphael Styx, a corrupt policeman whose life is going downhill. One day, after another bribe, he witnesses a brutal murder. Styx tries to stop the killer, but gets shot and falls into the river. This is where his story might have ended, if not for a strange resurrection. Waking up on the shore, he goes to a doctor, who is surprised to find that Styx has no pulse and his body temperature is too low for a living person. Despite this, Raphael feels quite normal. Instead of seeking help, he decides to deal with his own murder and solve the mystery of what brought him back. This gripping thriller promises to captivate viewers and is filled with an atmosphere where criminal intrigue intersects with elements of mystical horror. Disclaimer. The series, Disclaimer, is a thrilling psychological thriller, where the past invades the ideal life of the main character, destroying everything she considered stable. The plot is based on the book by Rennie Knight, and the main character is a successful TV journalist, Catherine Ravenscroft. Her life was perfect, a loving husband, a grown-up son and a brilliant career. But one day she receives a strange book, Perfect Stranger, written as if she herself, the prototype of the main character. Catherine is shocked. The events of the book reproduce a dark episode from her past that no one but her was supposed to know about. She realizes that the unknown author is clearly stalking her, endangering not only her personal peace of mind, but also her relationships with her loved ones. Now, to get her life back, Catherine will have to face her secrets and find the man who dared to reveal her secret. Presumed Innocent. Presumed Innocent is a suspenseful detective miniseries based on the novel by Scott Turow and available on Apple TV+. The story centers on prosecutor Rusty Sabich, played by Jake Gyllenhaal. Rusty finds himself in a complicated situation when his colleague and former lover, Carolyn Polimus, is found dead, and he himself finds himself under suspicion for her murder. The accusation jeopardizes not only his career, but also his marriage to his wife Barbara, who still remembers his affair with the deceased. However, Rusty decides to prove his innocence and personally investigate the case, which promptly destroys everything he valued. The series focuses on motives, intrigue, and legal pitfalls, unfolding the plot as a dark tale of betrayal, love, and power. Major twists and turns, unexpected revelations, and suspenseful legal proceedings keep the viewer in suspense until the finale, making Presumed Innocent not only a gripping detective story, but also a profound psychological study of a conflicted protagonist. The Penguin. The Penguin series reveals the dark and dangerous sides of Gotham, immersing the viewer in the events that unfold just after the 2022 Batman movie. The plot begins a week after the murder of Carmine Falcone, a powerful mobster, which leaves the city in a state of chaos and uncertainty. Oswald Cobblepot, known as the Penguin, saw this situation as a chance for himself to finally gain the power over the city's underworld that he has long sought. The events unfold against the backdrop of devastation after the flooding caused by the Enigma, which left Gotham literally on its knees. Batman has to contain the aftermath of the disaster, but the city is sinking further and further into anarchy. Bruised and ready to take risks, Oswald realizes that now is his time to rise to the top of the criminal hierarchy. However, the path to this proves difficult. Falcone's daughter Sophia is released from Arkham Asylum and, as a dangerous player, enters the struggle for control of her father's legacy. Sophia, dubbed the executioner by the press, poses a great threat to Oswald, as she is not only determined and fearless, but also sees his weaknesses and hidden ambitions all too well. The main intrigue of the series is how Penguin, previously not the most powerful player but a skillful strategist and manipulator, will cope with the competition in this criminal world and protect his interests in the face of more powerful enemies. The series promises not only to reveal more about Penguin's character, who will again be brilliantly embodied by Colin Farrell, but also to show how his ambitions lead to the creation of a new force that can bring Gotham to its feet. Those About to Die. Those About to Die is a dark and gripping historical drama about ancient Rome, the reign of Emperor Vespasian, and bloody intrigue in and out of the arena. The action is set in the aftermath of the civil war that erupted over Nero's suicide. Against a background of corruption and violent entertainment, Vespasian rebuilds the ruined city, deciding to distract the crowd from the riots by building a giant amphitheater where gladiators and chariot racers fight to the death. Human lives are valued less than horses here, and every day in the arena is a spectacle for the sake of survival. Among the characters in the series is Tenox, a plebeian who rises up the social ladder through his ambition and tenacity. Starting out as a gambling tavern owner, he dreams of becoming part of the fifth faction of Rome and entering the circle of noble patricians. His story is a struggle for power and influence in a city where there is no room for the weak. Sunny. At the center of the series, Sunny, American Susie Sakamoto, who recently experienced a terrible tragedy. Her husband and son died in a mysterious plane crash. After the tragedy, her life in Japan becomes increasingly isolated and dull, until she is handed a robot named Sunny, created by her late husband. This robot, equipped with advanced intelligence and the ability to adapt to Susie's moods, soon becomes her companion on a new, unexpected journey. Gradually, Susie begins to notice oddities associated with Imatech, the robotics company where her husband worked, and realizes that his disappearance may be linked to the firm's dark secrets. This series on Apple TV Plus is a blend of science fiction, mystery thriller, and black comedy, exploring themes about the relationship between humans and technology, as well as the limits of artificial intelligence. Spanish thriller Clanes plunges the audience into a tangled story based on real events and tells about the struggle for justice, full of dangers and family secrets. The main character, lawyer Ana Gonzalez, faces a personal tragedy. Her father is murdered, and this event opens before her the dark secrets of his past. Before the tragedy, Anna was sure that they have no secrets from each other, but soon learns that her father led a double life, cooperated with criminal groups and made enemies when he began to testify against the Galician drug cartels. Determined to get to the truth, Anna leaves her successful practice in Madrid and opens an office in Galicia. Her plan is to gain the trust of Daniel Payton, the son of a major drug lord, and find out who is behind his father's murder. But as she delves into the dark world of drug traffickers and mafia clans, Anna faces new threats that jeopardize not only her career, but her life. Don't forget to subscribe, put likes and share this video. I have a lot of ideas for new reviews that will help you choose the most interesting series.